Enzo Maresca reveals when injured, Chelsea star will return to action. Chi, Sporting News United Kingdom. Given a string of positive results across competitions for Chelsea, it is easy to forget that the Blues are currently dealing with an injury crisis. For instance, Liam Delap is one of the players who has been sidelined with a hamstring injury since the end of August, and Chelsea have at times played without a recognized striker in his absence. After joining Chelsea from Ipswich Town in the summer, the striker had an instant impact as he helped the team clinch the Club World Cup. Big things were expected of him going into the season, but his season was interrupted by an untimely hamstring injury, which he picked up in August. Though the young striker was devastated by his injury, the positive news is that his comeback is imminent. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has revealed when the English striker is expected to make his comeback to the first-team squad. Follow the Sporting News on WhatsApp. Enzo Maresca reveals when Liam Delap will return to action. Enzo Maresca provided an update regarding Delap during Friday morning's press conference for the upcoming Premier League fixture at home to Sunderland. Even though he will miss Saturday's match against Sunderland, he's expected back next week in time for the Carabao Cup tie, away to Wolverhampton Wanderers, Maresca said via Football. London. Liam took part in the session yesterday with the team for the first time. He is not going to be available for tomorrow, but probably for the next one. When asked if he could be available to face Wolves, Maresca replied, he can be available. Delap's imminent return from injury means that Chelsea's squad is coming together as players come back from their respective injuries. Given that Chelsea managed some positive results in the absence of Delap, the fans can be excited by what the team can achieve once he and the likes of Cole Palmer return. Another news Chelsea handed major new injury boost as Enzo Maresca reveals date for key return. Delap was ruled out for 10 to 12 weeks, meaning he was not expected back in action for Chelsea until November or potentially even December. While that match will come too soon for his comeback, the 22-year-old is expected to be in contention on Wednesday night when Chelsea travel to face struggling Wolves in the last 16 of the Carabao Cup at Molineux. We don't have any new injuries, Maresca told reporters on Friday. Liam took part in the session with the team for the first time, so he's not going to be available for tomorrow's game, but probably for the next one. Early setback. Liam Delap has not played for Chelsea since August due to a hamstring injury. Adam Davey/Pia Wire asked whether Delap could be in contention against Wolves. Maresca said he can be available. The schedule can change a little bit. It depends on how they improve or getting worse. The first time the medical team, said to me that he could be available for the 25th of October. Read more. Delap will face increased competition for places at Chelsea when he returns, with Marc Guiu having impressed over recent weeks in support of João Pedro as he prepares for a swift reunion with Sunderland, the club where he spent a short period on loan in the summer before being recalled after a matter of weeks following Delap's injury, and the respective exits of Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku. Malo Gusto will serve a one-match suspension against Sunderland after being sent off late on in last weekend's 3-0 win at Nottingham Forest, while Mykhailo Mudryk remains unavailable for selection. On the threat posed by a Sunderland team that have adapted impressively to life back in the Premier League, sitting 7th, Maresca said, "The challenge is always the same. Try to win the game. They are going to try and create different situations for us. I spent one season with Leicester in the Championship, and I love the Championship. I watched Sunderland since last season when the manager, Regis Lebris, arrived. They play good football, they are physically strong, so I like the way they are doing things." Another news, Chelsea set to give Romeo Lavia the Reece James treatment amid injury concerns. Chelsea looks set to follow the Reece James blueprint when it comes to his teammate Romeo Lavia. There are several individuals at Stamford Bridge that have suffered with multiple injuries during their Blues careers. This includes the likes of Wesley Fofana, Reece James, and Romeo Lavia. Fortunately, Chelsea captain James, 25, has got back on track with a much more productive 2025. When he's fit and firing, he's in the conversation for the best right back on the planet, so sorting his fitness has been crucial. James admitted he's worked closely with someone to work specifically on his fitness, which has helped him to be available throughout this calendar year. Hopefully, 21-year-old midfielder Lavia can do something similar because he's been plagued by injuries in recent seasons. Head coach Enzo Maresca said Chelsea are a better team with James and Lavia, but it is very rare they are on the pitch together. Read more. Enzo Maresca needs to hear what Vincent Kompany said about Romeo Lavia. In 2021, Chelsea will take Reece James' approach with Romeo Lavia. According to The Athletic, Chelsea feel their success with James's fitness is proof their methods are paying off. Even though we've seen a lot of the talented defender this year, Maresca has carefully managed his minutes to bring him in and out of the 11 in certain moments. The report explains that they plan to implement something similar with Lavia because of previous injury concerns, so there will be patience with the Belgian youngster. Lavia played 45 minutes against Nottingham Forest last weekend in the Premier League, followed by just over an hour against Ajax in the Champions League in midweek. Therefore, we wouldn't be surprised to see him on the bench this Saturday at home to Sunderland in the league fixture. Even though Palmer tips Lavia to become one of the world's best midfielders, it is vital that Chelsea overcome the regular injury interruptions. If they can do it with James, then hopefully history can repeat itself. Chelsea staff member making a key difference. The Athletics report further explains that Bryce Kavanagh, Chelsea's head of performance, has been at the heart of the philosophy around squad management and a focus on long-term fitness. Apparently, Kavanagh has helped to rebuild the medical and performance structure, with people at the club holding him in high regard. It helps that Maresca has bought into the idea of regular rotation too. We're confident that Chelsea can do something quite special moving forward if their key players can stay fit and be available for an extended period. Another news, Chelsea's training ground at Cobham has once again been filled with both determination and frustration as the club continues to battle through another wave of injury setbacks. The Blues, under manager Enzo Maresca, have shown signs of improvement, but the long injury list remains a major concern for fans and staff alike. In recent days, Reece James has stepped up his recovery process after months out with a hamstring injury. The captain has been seen training individually and is expected to return soon, though the medical team is being very cautious to avoid another relapse. His leadership and attacking drive from right back have been sorely missed this season. Meanwhile, Christopher Nkunku, who has endured a stop-start Chelsea career since joining from RB Leipzig, is also nearing full fitness. The French forward has been training with the group and could make his long-awaited return in the next couple of weeks. His creativity and sharp finishing could provide a much-needed boost to Chelsea's attacking options. However, not all the news is positive. Romeo Lavia, the young midfielder who arrived from Southampton, has suffered a minor setback in his recovery and will remain sidelined for a bit longer. The club hopes he can be back in action before the busy winter period. Wesley Fofana, still recovering from a serious knee injury, continues his rehabilitation program and is not expected to return before the new year. Despite his absence, the defense has looked more solid with Axel Disasi and Levi Colwill stepping up in recent matches. The medical team has been working tirelessly to reduce the injury load, introducing new recovery routines and fitness monitoring systems. Enzo Maresca has emphasized the importance of rotation and player welfare, determined to avoid burnout as the season progresses. Chelsea fans remain hopeful that once the key players return, the team will finally reach its full potential. The blend of youth, experience, and tactical discipline has started to shine through, and with fewer injuries, the Blues could rise back into top form in the Premier League standings. The coming weeks will be crucial, not only for results, but for ensuring that Chelsea's stars can stay healthy and contribute consistently as the campaign moves. Another news, Chelsea injury update. Blues hit by fresh setback ahead of weekend clash. Chelsea have been dealt another injury concern as their fitness struggles continue to affect the team's momentum this season. Mauricio Pochettino confirmed that Christopher Nkunku and Romeo Lavia are still not ready to return, while Reece James faces another short spell on the sidelines due to a minor hamstring issue.